once again, down to Todd.
Well, Rich, I had a chance to walk around with Xander Schauffele, who played a 9-hole practice round. He played the back 9 here at Bay Hill Club and Lodge. And let's go over this injury. First off, when did it occur? It actually happened the last week of December last year. How did it happen? Well, Xander's a little uncertain. Was it because of practice? Was it because of gym work? Or maybe a combination of both? What happened? Well, according to Xander, going through some tests and ultimately an MRI, he has a strained intercostal muscle in his right rib and a slight tear in cartilage in his right side. The prognosis, well, he couldn't really play a lot of golf. He did play the Century, and he didn't play very well, and he wishes he hadn't played that event because of that injury. And he shut it down, rested, did some recovery and some treatment, and ultimately now he feels like he can give it a go here at a challenging golf course at Bay Hill against a very, very strong field, and he's doing so with limited prep.
I'm going to have to go to a special place mentally. I'm on limited reps, kind of went on a ball count probably 8 days ago, and I played 9 holes, like on a par 3 course with JT, and then I played 18 holes with some of the boys in Jupe, and then my TGL match yesterday. So I'm hot and ready.
So you haven't had your normal Xander Schauffele preparation for a tournament. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, and good thing Bay Hill's pretty easy. So it was a brutal 9 holes I just played. It was a good wake up call for me to, like I said, I'm gonna have to go to a special place mentally.
Were you concerned that this is going to be, or are you concerned this is going to be a lingering issue?
Yeah, I've talked to a few people, and they've just it's an annoying area, and thick rough isn't your friend when it comes to making a full swing and stopping. So I went through a few shots, and there's a little bit of soreness, but all my scans read clean, and I just want to compete and get back to doing what I love.
I know you want to put yourself in contention, but is this also an opportunity to feel out where your body is, especially heading into the championship season?
For sure, yeah. Players next week, Augusta around the corner. There's a lot to play for very soon. So, I was trying to gear up pretty hard to maybe get ready for Genesis at Torrey Pines, sitting there on the sideline, and maybe me trying too hard pushed me back a little bit. But yeah, like I said, I'm just super happy to be here.
Intercostal strain, torn cartilage in the right side, right?
Just a small tear. Small tear. The first MRI. I mean, that's what the radiologist told me. So, but like I said, I've had 2 MRIs, CT scan, ultrasound. Everything's come back clean. So it's all in my head.
Well, as you can tell during that interview there, Xander Schauffele still has that great sense of humor, and he was in good spirits playing this back 9 here on Tuesday. But as he mentioned, the rough here is very challenging. They topped it off today at 4 inches. It could get up to 4.5 inches by the weekend. And if you miss the fairway and you land in this rough, for Xander Schauffele, it's really going to test that right side trying to hack it out here at Bay Hill Club at Lodge.
All right, Todd, thank you. He referenced Jupe. That would be Jupiter, Florida.
I just think of Tiger Woods' impact on the vernacular in the game of golf. I don't remember tour pros using nicknames as often as they do. It's great to see Xander Schauffele back out here. I've had a few rib injuries, mostly at Applebee's, though. When you start to talk about that particular injury that he has, my roommate in college, who was a heck of a player, his name was Paul Thomas, he had that exact same injury. And I just remember how long it took for him to come back. I mean, every time he'd make a swing, he'd scream. It'd get him right here. It'd get you when you laughed. It'd get you when you take a deep breath. As we take a look at him finishing off here at the 18th hole. This has not been a great golf course for him. He's only played here 3 times. That's 12 rounds, and he's only broken 70 once. 25th last year, 39th in 2023, and back in 2020, a week before the world changed, he finished 24th. So, in general, he hasn't hit enough fairways and hadn't hit enough greens. For a guy who so easily fades and draws the ball on this golf course, you'd think it'd be a great course for him. But coming in here with not a great record and probably pretty rusty, Rolf, it'd be hard to predict great stuff for him this week. But again, great to see him back out.
It really is. He's going to have to temper his expectations. There's no doubt about it this week. He should not have played Kapalua. There's no question about it.
Right?
The Century,
Why do you say that?
Well, he did nothing well there. He drove it horribly, chipped. He was terrible around the greens. He putted badly. He did everything badly. It was a long trip from home and then a long trip back to play.
How do you turn down Kapalua?
Well, that's a that's a good
most guys are swinging away there, right? I mean, you kind of swing for the fences.
Yeah, you're trying to hit it as far as you can, and it was a mistake. If you think about him and his game, last year he was in the top 50 of all 4 major categories in strokes gained on the PGA Tour. Just incredible. He was #1 in bogey avoidance, which I really like that stat, and that's one he's going to have to lean on this week because there's going to be a lot of bogeys to be made. In fact, he had the lowest bogey avoidance last year in the last 40 years on the PGA Tour, so he is really good at that. But again, he does not have a great record here, and I think he's going to have to keep the expectations within sort of his grasp.
But Brandel, remember, and I referenced Troon. That was his second major. He had more than dipped his toes in the waters of greatness. He was going for a dive. He was going to swim. I mean, he was right there, as a great player by the end of 2024.
Well, it was easy to look at what he had done and extrapolate to a monumental. Well, last year was a breakthrough year, but continued because his trajectory has been so consistently brilliant, and you knew at some point he was going to find the confidence, and that's the thing. It's like the belief. It may come along sort of the last. I mean, you begin to believe, but once you get to great athletic achievement like he had, that belief and that talent, I mean, they're inseparable. They constitute yolk and egg white in a scrambled egg, and that's how important they are, belief and talent. So maybe the last piece of the puzzle for him was looking around going, wait a minute, I can rack up major wins. I'm doing everything I need to do in these major championships, but closing the deal. And so for him to do that, so much anticipation was met with 2025. So in both Scottie Scheffler's case and Xander Schauffele's, it's a shame that each of them have suffered a late December injury that has sort of slowed their progress in 2025.
Well, speaking of scrambling, he led the PGA Tour last year in scrambling. A lot of people might not recognize that that's a really strong part of his game. And I think the way Bay Hill is set up now, it kind of takes a little bit of that out of the player's hand because it's nothing but long rough around the greens.
So much for easing back into it after the layoff with that injury. Bay Hill this week with that rough at 4 inches, and then TPC Sawgrass next week.